Hi, Genki Call here with Bounty for the weekend of March 24th, 2023. Um, our new troop here in the shop, the Vulpine Watcher. This guy is one of the choose a spell troops. Create 3 freeze gems, those are blue, and gain an extra turn, or steal armor from a random enemy. Now, this would be much better if it wasn't from a random enemy. The fact that it's from a random enemy makes it useless, unless the entire enemy team has armor, because it could choose one that doesn't have any armor, and therefore it will do absolutely nothing. I mean, it's a great idea and whatnot, but the random part of it is just terrible. Skull damage reduction, great. Start bot battles with 25% mana, also nice, but I think it's useless because it's a random enemy. Meh. And I already gold medaled it too. Anyway, I bought up through tier 5 and then used an Orb of Ascension to get it to Mythic. Tier 4, or I'm sorry, tier 5 is plenty to get you through all of Bounty day 1 as long as you've got your 3x multiplier. I'm sorry, 30x multiplier. 30. And in order to do that, I have a video that explains exactly how to do that. You can check that out in the description box below, or you can also check out the last 15 seconds of this video. There will be a video link there as well. So for the early levels, we have 2 options. We have, the same old thing. You can have the Hound of Liang or the Nature Weird. Both do scatter damage, but Hound of Liang is better in my opinion because it explodes a gem, which will get you a little extra mana gen, and you have the air link for bonus yellow mana from yellow gem matches. So I think this is going to be better than Nature Weird. And then Flora Fawn. It creates 9 green gems and enchants an ally. You always cast her on herself, and therefore you will always have mana for your team. Ogress is in the 2nd slot just so that the Hound of Liang will fill up more quickly. As soon as you cast her, she's going to pop on up to the front of the team and be your nice little barrier for your team. With that 50% mana, sorry, skull damage reduction. Can't talk and I can't think. Anyway, Vulpine Watcher, you're not going to want to use this guy at all on the higher levels because most people are going to want to do the they're going to want to do the true damage route with Tigraki Warrior, and if you strip off their armor, you're not going to do the damage. You want them to have armor, so we'll just go ahead and I'll show you. We'll do Hound of Liang again, blow something up. Ow! And I'll just show you, you cast this on herself, she's going to fill things up, and, it works. It works, but I have a new favorite. I have a new favorite setup. So, for the early levels, and I will show that to you now. I think I have it already on the clipboard, but I'm just going to double check. It's almost the same, but better. Alright, here we go. Manage, paste. Also, class does not matter. You want to choose a class that, if you do not have all of your class weapons, be sure to choose a class because you will get wins towards your class weapon. Otherwise, it absolutely does not matter because your hero is not with you. Therefore, you're not getting the benefits of the class or class experience. Anyway, this one, Ogress at the front right off the bat. Sister of Nightmares does 2 damage to 2 enemies. She starts with battles with 75% mana. She hits hard. Hound of Liang for cleanup. And we already went over that. Vulpine Watcher, totally useless down at the bottom of the team. So let's take this in. I'm going to be using this for the early levels myself. And hold on one second. And I'm back. Alright, Sister of Nightmares first. Then you cast this guy for cleanup. We're gonna do this. We'll do this. And yeah, it's not going to one-shot them, but it is a lot faster than now, I mean, you could have cast this, I suppose, when there's only a couple of enemies. If they still have armor, you can cast it, but, you know... Oh, I just wish it wasn't a random enemy. Let's do one more of those so I can show this again. We are depending entirely upon the Ogress for mana gen, and I don't see any problem with that at all. I think that's going to be absolutely fine. We'll do that. We'll get Sister of Nightmares in there. And that random status effect is super nice. Oh, we're going to go ahead and use that. Nice skulls. Alright, and... yeah. Do that. Blow things up. And done. Anyway, I'll be using this for the early levels. If I could, I would totally use 2 Sister of Nightmares because she's really great for these early levels, nice and fast. But you can't. If you use a duplicate here, you will lose the bonus. You won't get 30x multiplier on that. Anyway, I will be back with the latter levels, the higher levels with the teams that you can use for that. So I'll be back soon. Alright, moving on up here, I've changed the team just a little bit. I replaced the Emperor Liang's Hound, or whatever it's called, Liang's Hound, whatever, with the Corpse Mare. It's a fantastic secondary tank. And I also take back what I said about the Vulpine Watcher. The steel armor can be useful early on. Not if you're using Tigraki Warrior or, you know, something that scales off of the armor, but, you know, it can work out, you know, provided that you can get mana for it quickly enough. But the nice thing about Corpse Mare is it's not going to hurt their armor. It's just going to hurt them. But, you know, I had to take that. How am I going to be able to... Look, now, what I said about it possibly targeting something that has no armor already, it did exactly that. I tested it out, and yeah, it only took 7 armor from here. It will target things that have no armor already. And I think the freeze gems are kind of useless, really, for this particular function that we've got going on here. So, it is what it is. But, you know, you can experiment with it, and, you know, you can always cast this first. But look, chances are if I cast this, it's a 50-50 chance it's going to hit this, so I'm not even going to bother. Just going to do the thing with the thing, get it done, and load things up and get rid of it that way. Whee! Alright, so now we're going to get on up to the higher levels. This is working fine where I am, but I have 3 medals of Nisha equipped. I've got some of these troops elite gold medaled, so let me go ahead and show you some teams for these higher levels. And, you know, something I want to point out is that you may not want to use Ogress. Some people just don't want to do the same old thing, and you may want to use something else up front. You may want to use Devourer or something, but I highly, highly recommend bringing the Ogress because of the stun. It's going to stun the first enemy. We've got multiple things along the way that summon. We've got the Stone Mayfit, we've got the Dire Cub, we've got different summons in here that are really going to slow you down. It's a pain, but if they're stunned, they don't have the trait to summon, so that stun can be super helpful. Sister of Nightmares can also stun. Anyway, let me grab those teams for you. I'll be right back. Alright, for the higher levels, if you're not liking the Sister of Nightmares team or whatever team you've been using for the quick kills, this is what I would recommend. Ogress, Corpse Mare, Tigraki Warrior, Vulpine Watcher. You don't have to use the Corpse Mare. There are 2 other troops that are bounty troops that do true damage, and those are the Soldier of Wrath and the Rift Links. Those are in the description if you want to check that out. Either of those would do. I just really like the Corpse Mare because it's a great secondary tank. It's a secondary tank. I am losing my mind. I apologize. It's a great secondary tank in case you lose your Ogress. Now, something else I forgot to mention is that along the way, there are troops that are going to mess up the order of your team, so having Ogress along that's going to pull herself back up to the front is super, super helpful. It's yet another reason to go ahead and bring her with you on this trip. So, let's see. I need some mana, but we're just going to go ahead and steal some life here. Alright, blow things up. Meow. Tigraki warrior definitely on this. Look at how close I am to one-shotting it. Oh! I just need just a tiny bit more magic. Arg. Alright, anyway. And yeah, I could totally steal some armor right now, but then the Tigraki warrior isn't going to hit as hard. So we don't want to do that. I don't want to do that anyway. I'm going to do this. I can take the skull hit, not worried about it. But I have no mana. I have no mana. No mana. Oh, sorry, that's very annoying. Give me some mana, please. Arr. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna destroy that guy's armor anyway. Here we go. Meow. No, you're not allowed to run away, you stupid bird. Quoting Loon. Don't run away. No! It's alright, I'll still have enough enough sigils. I might have to finish off tomorrow now that I've lost one, but I'll go ahead and do that. We'll use Tigraki warrior. Who's this guy? No, this one. Yeah. We definitely want to... Is this Red Ahriman? Yes. We want to take out Red Ahriman first. Now, this is going to be the setup for level 20, period. Once you get into Bounty, every single level is exactly the same for every player every time. So if you can't get up to level 20, you can only successfully win up through level 10, for instance. All of the level 10 battles are going to be this, although I don't necessarily recommend it. This guy is going to mess up well, this is neither here nor there. It's just an example, but this is one of the things I was talking about that messes up the order of your team. And then we've got things that summon. Horned Hag is a summoner, and then we've got Warg has a chance to summon. There are multiples of those. So anyway, for getting up to level 20, I think I only did it once. For getting up through level 20, if you stop there, you will get through reward 15, and these are the rewards you'll get. Vault key, some gems, some diamonds, some gem keys, all these things you see, and 3 orbs of chaos. Your mileage will vary. Give me something good. Give me something good. Click. Click. Look at it. It's terrible. For my level. If you're low level, these could be very helpful, but for me, they're totally useless. Anyway, I wish you luck with Bounty. May it go quickly. My Sister of Nightmares thing went really, really quickly. I mean, I got up there, despite the summons, I got up there really quickly. It was super nice. May even stick with that team, I don't know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and we'll see you folks soon. Bye-bye!